Hi, all. Welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. And we are echoing. Hang on one second. Technical difficulty. Anyway, hey, we're back and not echoing. Welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yes, gang, that's right. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by the letter O, as in, oh my God, it's another Reiser live stream. Anyway, gang, just glutton for punishment. Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream, the only live stream you'll see tonight that'll leave you with that spam aftertaste. Anyway, tonight, gang, we got, thanks to contributors, yes, they are important, and we have another weird commercial for you. Yes. And gang, we also have a giveaway donation package opening. And my good, it's something. You just want to see all this stuff that's just it. Okay, we'll get there. But anyway, gang, then too we have a treasure segment. Dutch Schultz and his treasure. I'm hoping we get to it because this package that we're going to open here up on the cam and stuff is enormous. And it's not just going to be part of this upcoming giveaway. We'll be taking some stuff from it and for giveaways and blah, 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 blah down the road as well. But you just don't know. But anyway, gang, stay tuned. And then, gang, after the program concludes, there will be an afterglow. And during the afterglow, we'll have some stuff available for sale. Everything that you never wanted. And we'll be taking a look at some things underneath the coin cam. That's over there. Coin cam's over there. The other camera's over there. And yours, yeah, okay. And but first, we'll welcome chat. Hi. There's Miss Beth. Hi. Hi, Kane. There's SWPA. Hi. And welcome. American Woodland Relics. Hi. And welcome to the live stream. Sandy Reiser. Oh, that's Reiser. Hi. Oh, there's weird lady. Hi. And hi, Mrs. AWR. Hi. And welcome to the live stream. And brought to you in living color. And anyway, gang, welcome to the live stream. Anyway, I tell you what, at Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium, we were doing a little soul searching this past week. And we sort of had a strange, however enlightening idea. There are times when we can be thankful that we don't have certain regrets. And that's right, regrets. Now, we all have regrets in one form or another. It's only human nature, but we can turn this around into a positive. And if we can reflect with a certain relief that we don't have worse regrets. That's right, gang. We've all done stupid, moronic things in our lives, but perhaps we can find solace that in truth and perseverance that we haven't been all that stupid, okay? So tonight we'll be grateful, thankful that we don't have certain particular regrets. And as a community, we can share them. Let me just give you a couple of mine here. Like, I'm thankful I don't have the regret of eating gasoline station sushi. I've never done it. And you know what? I'm glad I haven't done it. And thus, I don't have that regret. Let's see. Another regret I do not have, which I'm glad I don't. Let's see. I'm thankful I don't have the regret of ever being in a relationship with Amber Heard. So, there's lots to be thankful for. You haven't been all that stupid. But anyway, gang, we'll be sharing more of those throughout the stream. But yeah. Well, Miss Beth says she has a beer chilling. I'll be glowing right along with you. Oh. Is she sharing? But anyway, shh, Charlie, don't tell me, please. But anyway, gang, tonight, so we got some more regrets we're going to share on later. But yeah, gang, life just isn't that bad. I lost my toilet paper. But anyway, gang, tonight is brought to you by Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, gang. Never be caught without it. You could possibly regret it. Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. It goes wherever you go for when you have to go. Look for it at your local Texaco convenience station next to the sushi and motor oil. But anyway, gang, thank you. There you go. Well, anyway, we have something else. We my notes here said what? I think I can dig up a few things to donate to your giveaway, etc. Oh, thank you. Only the dog poops in your bed, right, Charlie? I don't know what that. Miss Beth, have you been into the beer already? But I was thinking of having a drink tonight, but decided tea would be best. Boring, just boring. But anyway, happy Father's Day. And anyway, gang. So far, the kitty for the giveaway cash donation is $8.50. Thank you to JHH for that. And I have to wait for it to go by again. And again, gang, all 15% of all tips, donations, and purchases are donated to this quarter's charity. And the charity for this quarter is the American Heart Association. And if you choose to make a donation or whatever, there's ways of doing that. If you want to send stuff, there's an address in the information box. No purchase necessary. But anyway, gang, last Sunday of the month, that's right, gang, the Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium community sponsored giveaway show. That's next week. So anyway, gang, and the contributors JHH Cheapskate Coins and Miss Beth Coddington. And so far, the charity donations for this quarter is $54.61. And that's by the gracious community. And hi, Riv. But anyway, gang, let's go ahead and sneak on over to our commercial. By the way, next week's show, the community-sponsored giveaway, it's growing. It's leaps and bounds to the point where I may have to increase the size of the box. But we'll get to more on that in a little bit. But just remember, your clues for your entries into that giveaway was in last week's game night show. So anyway, it's one of those dates. One of those dates will get yourself entered into that giveaway. But anyway, gang, here, I need to take a breather. Take a look at this.
Into the deepest jungles went Pressman toy makers looking for something new. The secret they brought back for you is incredible. The Pressman Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit. Plastic flesh, mixing cauldron and petrifying potion. Just pour it into the mold and in minutes you can add monster hair. Paint it with a coloring kit included or make up your own decorations. In 24 hours the heads shrink down. Now shrunken heads for all occasions. Collect them, swap them, give them to your Witch Doctor friends. You can always cook up more with Pressman's Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit.
Doesn't that look fun? That looked fun. I think I want one of those now. But anyway, gang, I tell you what, another regret that I'm glad I don't have. I am thankful I don't have the regret of eating Taco Bell, then going for a long hike. Or maybe I just would need Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. It goes wherever you, I don't know. But anyway, gang, this week, Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium received a package in the mail. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. And I've been wanting bricks from the Alamo for quite some time. And I thought I had them, but no, it's not. But anyway, it's heavy. And it's from Cheapskate Coins. And it's heavy. Did I mention it's heavy? It's heavy. This guy is with it. Okay, because the United States Postal Service, they provide the flat rate boxes, and you can pack anything you want into those boxes for one price. And he took advantage of it. This sucker is heavy. This man is personally responsible for 60 hernia operations across the the land here because these people, it's heavy.
And
But
a visit to the chiropractor for me.
Hi.
And a visit to the chiropractor for me.
And a trip to the chiropractor for Sandy. But anyway, but yeah, at first I got excited. I thought finally somebody sent me bricks from the Alamo, but no. I tell you what, but what he did send is contributions for the community-sponsored giveaways. And we're going to take a look at some of them. I got this new camera thing. I'm really excited. But anyway, well, we're going to dive right into that. And we just want to do say thank you to Cheapskate Coins for his generous donations. Now, not all of us can't possibly go in all at once. Like I said, it will be spread out over the course of time. And does it weigh a lot? It weighs a lot. It weighs. Yes. Oh, well, yeah. Anyway, we'll get right into it. And I have to lift it up now. I'm an old guy. I have to lift it up now. I've got to figure out how I'm doing this.
I picked it up and put it in the car. You can lift it up.
Yeah, I got to make room for my table. By the way, that came this week. I am excited. Yes, I am excited. This is the Practical Book of Cobbs by Daniel Sedgwick and Frank Sedgwick. And I'm so excited. But anyway, I'll have to kind of over. All right, that didn't work. All right, so I got to clear off my table. Oh, wait, take a look at this. This came in for the Emporium. And since I have to switch cameras anyway and figure all this all out, boom! What that is a magazine from the 1970s. And the artwork is just superb. But anyway, see, now we've got this other little platform. We'll be showing stuff. It's actually how we're going to be doing the giveaway next week. But anyway, that'll be for sale in the Emporium. Again, that's more artwork than it is actual magazine, unless you that's still your thing. But yeah, from September of 1973. But all right, I got to lift up this box now. Hon, did you want to help me lift it? No.
No.
All right, here we go. Jertol. Okay, we got it. Made it this far. All right, there it is. I cannot tell you how heavy this is. Since it's flat rate, I don't think there is a weight on here.
70 pounds.
70 pounds.
Well,
I wouldn't be lifting it this high if it was.
No, the limit for it is 70 pounds.
The limit is 70 pounds? Okay. Made it. Anyway, again, this is a donation to the channel from Cheapskate Coins. And I thought I heard bones pop. Yes, it could have been. Anyway, I'm going to take away the other camera just for a moment so I can have a full screen this. All right, first thing we got when you open this. I didn't really go through all this, so you'll be seeing it for the first time as well as I. There's foreign bills. And, as we're going through this, is it backwards? No, it's upside down. And maybe I need a beer. But anyway, guys, as we're going through this, we're going to add some stuff right to the giveaway for the upcoming giveaway next week. So we'll add one of the foreign bills to it. And this thing, it's even heavy on my lap. And I didn't plan this ahead. I wish I had a knife with me. All right, watch it. Now it's entertaining. Watching an old guy mess around with packaging. But to be all honest with you, I don't know what's in here. I haven't really dug into it. I only opened the top of it to kind of have that ready. And just to see if it wasn't the bricks from the Alamo. Is this an ancient? It sure is. It says genuine ancient coin from the Roman Empire. But as stuff goes into the giveaway, we'll take better and longer looks at stuff. Wow, I tell you, he outdid himself. Oh, thank you. Now I'm in a struggle. And we have this box here. This is an Asian box. I can tell by the little straps. Well, that's just neat. What would you call this? Medallions? It has this little box. Here, I probably shouldn't be touching them, but I am. Well, that's neat. I actually have to look these up. There's a paper inside, which, oh no, that's just a cushion. So I have to look those up before we give them away, just so we have a little background information. But they are neat. Oh, I see stuff that's in cases, slabs. And, Sandy did bring me a knife. I'm still trying to wrestle with it.
I don't know how well it's going to cut, but it's a knife.
All right, watch Reiser impale himself. Didn't need that finger. Wasn't one of the important ones. And I tell you what, he outdid himself. This box is just heavy. All right, I almost did nail myself that down. Put down the knife. He did a phenomenal job of wrapping.
Belinda said, "Oh no, weird guy has a knife." Paul said, "Never give a kid knives to play with."
I tell you what, this could be the beginning of a horror movie. You know what, though, gang? I would rather have something overwrapped than underwrapped. There's people who I actually refuse to do business with anymore just because of how the stuff comes wrapped. Oh, goodness. Now, you know what? I've always said, too, since I restarted the stream, is to send weird stuff as well. And, yeah, I think he got the message.
Oh, my.
And there's all this bunch. Looks like medallions and crucifix. There's just all kinds of oddities in there, which is wonderful. I think that's my favorite thing out of this box so far. That would be neat. But we'll put this over here. Try and lay it out a little bit. But again, like I said, I see slabs in this. We have the hey, it's New Jersey. It's American Innovation Dollar. The light bulb figure of all places. New Jersey would be known for a light bulb. But anyway, that, you know what? Again, like I said, we're going to go ahead and toss some of this stuff in there. We'll go ahead and put that in the giveaway for Proof Cameo. Wow, that is phenomenal.
Can't see if there's a really big layer right where you're holding it.
That's what they said?
There you go. No, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh, there you go. Up a little higher, maybe. Well, it is Cameo. No. And we'll put that one in the giveaway package. And another one, American Innovation Polio Vaccine. And another slab dollar. And American Innovation Dollar, Delaware. Great stuff. Great stuff. Hi, Willie. Hi, Deej. And this box is still heavy. Hall of Fame, Roger Williams. (1604 to 1684). I'm going to try to hold this up a little bit. Got a little bit of a medallion. And I have to be honest, I don't know who Roger Williams is. But again, that's going to be some great stuff for one of the giveaways. We can actually go into a little bit of a piece of who he was. And this looks like from the same series, because it was the same kind of medallion. And this is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Of course, we know who Emerson is. I hate putting my finger on it, but I'm scared of it coming out of the box.
Rick said founder of Rhode Island.
Roger Williams is the founder of Rhode Island. Awesome. No, bubble wrap is mine. No, I'm kidding. Oh, wait.
Rib said got kicked out of the Massachusetts Bay Colony.
Oh. This is heavy. All right, this is neat. Again, pardon my fingers. Maybe I should put them in gloves. I don't know. At first, that was scary. But then this kind of made it more sense. Trans-Alaska Pipeline completion and startup, June 20th, 1977. That guy's kind of scary, though. Books. I love these. I hate to admit it. I really like them. That's right. These ones are empty, but these are handy if you want to start collecting and whatnot. And they are used, but they're in really good shape. And again, wonderful. I'm actually considering starting a dime collection, and I'm thinking about doing something similar, maybe for the grandkids, get them interested. And there's more. Washington quarters, Kennedy half dollars. I'm going to set these aside. And this one's wrapped, and this one's heavy. So I don't know if there's something. We're opening it.
I gave you a knife.
Yeah, I didn't want to use a knife for this one, though, because this one's got the books in them. Oh, he wrote one here. Has coins in them. That's hence why they're heavy, Reiser. All right. I'm going to try to. This is a balancing act here. And he sure does have coins in them. All right. We'll try to hold this up. Oh, maybe. Bang. Wow. I think Cheapskate Coins thinks that we're going to be streaming for the next 20 years.
Don't you plan on doing that?
Well, 19. And here's a silver dollar holder. That is awesome. Presidential dollars. There you go, gang. It's just a holder. That'd be a neat one to start. All right, I gotta get to that. All right, this box is still heavy. Okay. Oh, here's another presidential dollar. So we'll split those up. Those will go into two separate giveaway packages. And see, it's got the president spots and etc. That is awesome. And just and the Sacagawea dollar holder. And of course, it has the other side too, but you get the idea. They are usable. They are neat. And now we got more heavy stuff. Though I gotta get this box off my lap. We got 2 more bundles to go. Oh my goodness. Ex Numia. See, more of the big coin things. And cut away from yourself. Oh, yep, no. And cut away. Ow! Cut away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. We have a first aid kit.
Yep.
Okay. And
we got 11 grandkids. Of course, we have a first aid kit.
Oh my goodness, these are, I wonder if I can set these on the computer without it breaking.
Linda wants to know if there's a bottom to that box.
Whew. I'm winded. I haven't had this much exercise and I can't tell you how long. And these are more the larger medallions. I don't know if we're going to take a look at a couple of them. And well, this is neat. Although I don't know if I can show this on his naked people. But it's the Prudential Insurance Company of America. Southwestern Home Office. Well, we can show that side. And the other side actually has a suggestive yeah, I don't know why they would have done that for 1952. But we'll get more into that. But these are neat. These are heavy. I'm gonna say they're bronze. That's a guess. I don't know. We'll have to look them up. Wait. I do want to get them back in there. Manager's Award. They're different. These are heavy. I think they could be used as a weapon if you needed to. Is that Wall Street? Yeah, that's Old Christ Church there, isn't it?
Don't know. It's pretty tough.
Endo Laboratories. Now, I have to admit, this guy on the back is really weird. Oh, maybe I should cover it up a little bit. But he was dead. The Edward A. Woods Company. Yeah, over. Equitable Life Assurance Society of the United States.
I'll hold that one back up for a second, babe.
Which one?
The
The
one you
last
just held up.
This
Oh,
guy?
back up. There's a delay.
There is the delay.
Nope, not that one. The one where the person with the arm up, it looked like they were trying to hang that kid that's sitting there.
Don't hang the children. And Church of the Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, that one.
There's this one. They are heavy.
Belinda said no wonder that box was so heavy.
Mark, hi. World Conference on Records. Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh, here's another one of the pipeline. That guy again. And oh, I almost forgot this one. This one also has coins in it. It's another Lincoln cent book. Again, something phenomenal to get the youngsters, or anybody for that matter, excited about coins. And again, this one is full as well. Awesome. And we're not done yet. No, we still got one more bundle. And this is another heavy bundle. And I'm scared to open this one. So I'm hoping that, oh yeah, it's in a bag inside. And it looks like we, oops. Foreigns galore. This is just one of the bags from inside the bag. 1 pound of foreigns. Is that 1 pound? That feels heavier than 1 pound. It might be just me. I might be overtaxed from lifting that box. And we're going to set that somewhere safe. I got to move the bills a little bit. Well, okay. And I don't want to go too far more into this. Some of these are actually open, but they seem to be, wow, is that small? Again, foreigns. This thing is chock full of foreign coinage. And when I say chock full, if that was 1 pound, I already took out. There's probably 3 or 4 more, 3 pounds left in this bundle. And I tell you what, phenomenal stuff to help make the giveaways grow. And thanks to Cheapskate Coins for his most generous, and I mean generous, donation to the community-sponsored giveaways. Holy cow. I have to take a breather now. But anyway, should we put something else in? We'll do one of the, we'll probably put one of the bronzes in, and we'll put something else in. We'll try and save one of the ancient, the ancient for another one down the line. And we'll look up the Asian thing that's going on. That's actually quite interesting. And maybe we'll take something out of the religious pendant aisle. Well, here you go. Have a look. We're going to switch you back over to the camera. I got to do something with this knife before I do cut myself. And then I'll be needing Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper for a different reason. Mopping up blood. And
that's right. I took the knife from you.
Here we'll switch over to that camera. Add to stream. Let's make it big. No, other way around. But yeah, gang, all that was in that box. Holy cow. But again, thanks to Cheapskate Coins. You can catch this show, by the way, Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock for us. What time is it for him? 5? I think he starts at 5 his time. For us, it's 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Cheapskate coins. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Holy cow. Whew. All right, that was a workout. That's hard for an old bugger like me. But anyway, gang, I'll try and catch up with chat now a little bit. And Jonathan, don't make me... Oh, no, Deej, don't do that. And I guess Lady Spitfire's in the chat. Hi, hi. And if you're from the South, I guess you got to like spam. And could be yours. That's right. And I'm not a spam fan either. And do you eat the spam jelly too, Paul? That's actually a good question. Did he answer that?
His answer was something to the effect that there's not as much in the can as there used to be.
Then I am outland. Need the onions to offset the taste of spam. Actually, Charlie has a spam on his shelf. It's that brown thing with the eyes on it. Hey, all right, yeah, it took me a minute. I was actually, yeah, okay. We know we need a can of spam to put up here next to next to everything else up there.
Paul answered that question.
Yeah. Yes, what did he say?
Yes, I eat the jelly too.
Okay.
Yuck.
Hubby loves corned beef and cabbage, so I made that for him. Whew. Anyway, now that we're winded. And anyway, gang. All right. Well, again, thanks to Cheapskate Coins for his generous donation. And it's just going to make the giveaway over there grow. And so you want to stay tuned for that. And again, your entries were in last week's show. Game night, one of those 4-digit years is your entry. Not going to tell you which one. During next week's show, you just have to keep popping them in every so often. Well, not every so often. Once you do it once, you're good. You'll be in there. And but I won't tell you which one. So you're going to have to do perhaps maybe all of them. Not horrible. But anyway, gang, heavy. So, and again, gang, if you would like to contribute to the community-sponsored giveaways, there's a snail mail address down into the information box. And if you want to make a financial donation, that's fine too. That you can find the PayPal link down below as well. And I tell you, it's only going to get bigger from here. And but anyway, gang, I tell you, do we have time for Dutch Schultz? I think so. Maybe, kind of, sort of. We're going to make time, perhaps. And yeah, we got time. We got time. We can do this. Dutch Schultz. I think we got time. We got time?
Sure.
Share a screen.
Griff said in a future live stream, Charlie should dress up as Jack Benny.
And that's not the one I want. I'm still getting used to this. I managed to get a new computer. That's why we're no longer hiccuping as we were. But I'm still getting used to the new computer here. But anyway, gang, let's go back and I'll try to do that share the screen thing. And boom. Select the screen window. Maybe. Well, if I want the entire screen. No. Yeah. Boom. And that's not it. That's it. That guy. is the notorious Dutch Schultz, or Arthur Flugenheim. That's right, gang. That was his real name. That's why he probably changed it. Who wouldn't want a alias having a moniker like that? Dutch Schultz. This is from an article from years ago. I had saved, and the more I got into it, I recently reread it. I thought, there's more to this article that's beyond the article itself. And I said it kind of actually deserved a little bit of commentary. It's by a person by the name of J.R. Linderbooth. And but anyway, he starts off an iron box of safe filled with up to $7 million. And that's actually Schultz's time. $7 million in treasure awaits discovery in a wooded grove in New York's Catskill Mountains. The treasure was allegedly buried in the 1930s by mobster Dutch Schultz, aka Arthur Flugenheimer, who accumulated his booty through a combination of Prohibition-era bootlegging, gambling, and protection rackets. And gambling, including the numbers racket, which he had the numbers racket down to a science. I think, I think even with his illegal gains from bootlegging, I would wager to say that he accumulated most of his illegal wealth from the numbers racket. But anyway, gang, born Arthur Simon Flugenheimer in 1901, a son of a German Jewish immigrant, he borrowed his gangster name from the Schultz Trucking Company, his employer, before turning to crime. After an apprenticeship with a minor hood and a short prison stay, Schultz rose quickly through the gangster ranks, earning a reputation for brutality and ruthlessness, and becoming the chief rival to the Mafia's five families and the Irish mobs. Ruthlessness does not describe it. Brutality does not describe it. This guy had a reputation for torturing people. One instance that he loved to hang people up by their thumbs. One instance that comes to mind is he once hung an individual up by his thumbs behind his back, being tied, and they had a gonorrhea discharge bandages wrapped around his eyes. I don't know, but yeah, he was not a very nice man. Anyway, competition led to constant feuding between Schultz and his rivals, and numerous murders have been linked to his name. One example of his callous behavior was the kidnapping of Joseph Rock, R-O-C-K, like The Rock, anyway, who with his brother, John, operated in Brooklyn and declined to purchase booze from Schultz and his then partner, Joey No. Rock was beaten. Hey, guess what? Hung by his thumbs and suffered other mistreatment before his family paid a $35,000 ransom for his release. I wonder if it was Rock who had the gonorrhea discharge placed over his eyes, and they just didn't want to put that in the article. Maybe the editor said, you know what, leave that out. But anyway, $35,000 ransom, which was a heck of a lot of money back then. When No was assassinated in 1928, Dutch blamed their rival, Jack Legs Diamond. An unsuccessful attack in October of 1929 sent Legs on an extended vacation in Europe. Sounds like he fled. One authority said Schultz's attitude toward murder was as casual as picking his teeth. Schultz's business success made him a target for Thomas E. Dewey, then New York Special State Prosecutor and later governor, who indicted him for tax evasion in 1935. Those charges were overturned, but Dewey filed again. Dutch's attorney argued his client couldn't get a fair trial in the city and won a change of venue to Malone, a small rural community upstate. That's upstate New York. Through a combination of charitable works and good public relations, the gangster succeeded in getting himself acquitted of the tax evasion charge. Not one to let a grudge go unchallenged, Dutch retaliated by putting out a hit on Dewey. This apparently was too much, even for the mafia. They decided it was time to put an end to their rival's career. Facing increased pressure from Dewey, New York Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia, like the airport, dissidents in his own ranks in the mafia, Schultz attempted to make peace with the families, cozying up to Charles Lucky Luciano and even converting to Roman Catholicism. Wait, what? I don't know. At 10:15 p.m. on October the 23rd, 1935, two killers entered the Palace Chop House, a restaurant temporarily serving as Dutch's headquarters in Newark, New Jersey, and shot him while he was in the men's room. Pleasant way of dying, which I don't think that's actually accurate. Now I'm reading that. But anyway, Abe Landau and Bernard Lulu Rosencrantz, two bodyguards, and Otto Berman, Schultz's accountant, were also gunned down. All four men were transported to the hospital after Rosencrantz demanded change for the phone from a stunned barman and called for an ambulance. Berman and Landau died within hours of arrival at the hospital. Rosencrantz lingered for 29 hours and Dutch for 22 hours before succumbing to their wounds. Because of his conversion, Schultz was given a Catholic burial at Gate of Heaven Cemetery in Hawthorne, New York, though his Orthodox mother insisted he be draped with a tallit, a Jewish prayer shawl. Before he expired, Dutch had periods of lucidity. He was basically ranting and raving and whatnot, in which he spoke to his wife, mother, and a priest, as he requested last rites, police and hospital personnel. I don't think speaking to them is actually the right word. He was in a state of delirium. He was basically babbling. Though much of what he said during this period seems like senseless babble, hey, I said that, some have seized on his words as clues to his hidden treasure. In his novel, Billy Bathgate, E.L. Doctorow has his protagonist use these clues to find Dutch's treasure. His last words were recorded by F.J. Lang, a Newark police stenographer. So why do people think Dutch Schultz had a treasure to be found? At the time of his death, it was estimated he had accumulated up to $7 million in cash, gold coins, uncut diamonds, and negotiable bonds. No assets near that amount were found in the obvious places. Gangsters aren't generally noted for depositing their wealth in banks, and Dutch had a reputation for being rather tight-fisted with his money. And we'll actually see that a little bit. In fact, the picture you see on your screen of him, that's not clothes, even for that period, of a man that has great wealth. Those are actually that's more like an average Joe suit. So, and we'll be actually seeing a little bit of a clip of Dutch Schultz when he was going to trial. And just take note of his clothes, also to his demeanor. I tell you. But anyway, he was very tight-fisted as far as definitely where money came involved. Anyway, speculation quickly fueled rumors about a fortune being stashed to prevent its being confiscated if Dewey made good on his threats to incarcerate the gangster. One such story indicated Dutch had ordered an airtight, waterproof safe before his death. This safe was not located in his apartment or other property. I kind of thought about this too. Watertight, waterproof, airtight, waterproof. Doesn't sound like a coffin to you?
A little bit.
So who would make such a box? Would he go to the local mortuary and say, hey, what do you got for like a small airtight watertight? Yeah, I kind of thought about that the other day. And also, too, might as well get into this right now. All right, so he's got this box. This box is heavy. He's transporting it. Is he doing it by car or by truck? Yeah, you figure he's got the Model AA Ford truck out there with the dual wheels in the back. Or is this thing being shoved into the back of a sedan with the rear seat removed? And this box is heavy, kind of like cheapskate's box. I mean, well, it's got to be heavier than that. What was that? 25 pounds, 30 pounds? It's got to be heavy. Anyway, back to the article. Since he'd been known to frequent Ulster County up in the Catskills, specifically the area around the little resort town of Phoenicia in the Catskills, it has become a mecca for Schultz treasure seekers. The legends center on evergreen groves along the Esopus Creek south of town. There have been many newspaper and TV accounts of unsuccessful searches for this treasure. Even the staid New York Times and New Yorker magazine chiming in at times. As recently as August 21st, 2005, the Los Angeles Times ran a story on a hunt. And real quick, also too, Detecting America. Frank L. I can't pronounce his last name. Lopergolo. I believe he, if I can say his name right. Anyway, one of the Detective America crew, I believe he was in a show last year or the year before I saw on one of the streaming services where they were out trying to find Dutch Schultz's treasure. And I believe he was using either sonar or radar. I don't remember. But anyway, you can check it out. If any of you guys are interested, I'll try and find it again. It should be in my one of my saved searches on my little streaming device thing. But it was interesting. I think they even found something along a creek. Not Frank, but one of the other treasure hunters. He found like a gold coin in the creek or something, but it was just one. It wasn't like all of them. But I don't know. If you're interested, I'll try and dig it up. But anyway, gang, most of these add to the contradictory lore on the subject. Two things to remember about the Phoenicia area if you choose to look there. One, the soil in the area is rock-studded and not conducive to easy digging. And two, the Esopus Creek has been subject to much flooding over the years, and a safe buried on its banks may have been washed far downstream. I don't know. With that being that heavy, I don't know. And two, maps. Always got to start with your maps. If you're going to do a proper treasure hunt, not only get to start with your modern day maps, but do look at maps of that period. If Schultz was coming up from New York, would he have stayed on Route 9? Would he have crossed the river by ferry earlier and go up north on 9W, which would have existed? The thruway going north through New York did not exist yet. So 9W actually parallels the river on the other side. Is that 9W or 9A? I think it's 9W. Follows up the river. How would he have gotten to Phoenicia? How many stops would he have had to make? And we can just go on from there. I mean, it's such an interesting thing. Anyway, or the Bear Mountain Bridge, would that have been there in that time period? The Bear Mountain Bridge is Route 6 that crosses over the Hudson River. And was that there? Could he have crossed there? Went up straight on Route 9, going up on the east side of the Hudson River to Bear Mountain and crossed over there on the Bear Mountain Bridge. I don't know. Oh, we could get started. We could spend an hour just speculating, but we're not. But anyway, as noted earlier, Dutch's last words were recorded and they're available in full at several online sites. Personally, I think they're gibberish and hold no clue to where or if Dutch buried treasure. That's the opinion of the author here. In the New York Times article in 1997, E.L. Doctorow said he doubted the treasure existed, but added stashing away cash in the Depression was not such a stupid idea, whether you were a criminal or not. Some of the stories about Phoenicia allude to the existence of a map drawn by Rosencrantz and possibly passed on to a crony before his death. We've all heard those map stories before, and As is often the case, there's no confirmation for this one. There are several more credible stories worthy of investigation. The map theory speaks of an axe carved on a tree where the treasure was buried. Several sources, including some who live in the Phoenicia vicinity, believe in the map, but think the mark isn't an X, but rather a cross. They think the treasure is buried in the Hudler Cemetery. Even if you dismiss the possibility of a map, the cemetery is a more legitimate location, particularly for city boys. There's an access road to the cemetery, which means they could drive right in and wouldn't have to carry a heavy safe a long distance through the woods. And the ground, especially near an open grave, would offer much easier digging. He says his money's on another location, though. Remember when Dutch was prepping for his second trial for tax evasion? He spent considerable time in and around the town of Malone in Franklin County near the Canadian border, building good relations with the townspeople. This was the time when it made most sense for him to hide away some funds in case he did have to go to prison. This town in the Adirondack North Country is surrounded by woods, mountains, and farmland, ideal for stashing away a treasure you don't want anyone to easily stumble on. There's plenty of outdoor activities in both Phoenicia and Malone to keep a person busy, even if you can't find Dutch's gold wherever you choose to look. I wish you luck, he says. Well, I tell you what, gang. For years and years and years, I've known of the Dutch Schultz's treasure lore, and even myself, I thought I wouldn't mind giving a stab at it. It would be quite fun. But there, like I said, there's a lot of things in there that I would start with, especially the route. How did he get up there? How many stops did he have to make? Did they already have a pre-planned, conceived area in mind to stash it? I know I would want to have that figured out before hauling $7 million, then money, to that area. But anyway, let's take a look at Dutch Schultz, some of his stuff here. And here's a newspaper clipping from when he got shot and killed there in Newark, and way back when. And here we have, oh, look, it's Dutch rating. I would pay money to know what exactly he's reading, because I'm going to kind of guess that he's in the courtroom. What exactly is he reading? And that's the one that we had up. He was a happy-go-lucky guy. This one, I don't know. This is Dutch here, looking like a gangster. And again, that suit of his isn't anything spectacular. That's an average Joe suit. You know, the other gangsters, you know, they wear their $2,000 suits. Now I got Dutch here with a $10 special off the rack. And, now I'm pretty sure this is Dutch. I don't know if I actually am using, there's another photo of basically it's a reporter reenacting for the cameraman. I don't think this is that. I think this is actually Dutch here. Shot. And, well, there he is with some bullet holes in him. Isn't the internet wonderful? And, yeah, it seems like he's got a hole in him. And he's kind of, hey, yeah, they got holes down there. What if he's trying to look at his feet? And this is after he passed on. A lot of fanfare for the gangsters. And there is the same one, but pulled back further away. Dutch Schultz. And as promised, here comes the video clip of, I hope I have this, there it is. And here comes Dutch Schultz. He's headed to the courthouse for his tax evasion charge.
25 years ago, as today, the government used income tax evasion charges as a weapon to bring the notorious to book. Arriving to face the jury in New York was Arthur Flegenheim Wright, more famous or infamous as Dutch Schultz, prohibition mobster and beer baron. Schultz beat this rap thanks to a hung jury.
There you have it, Dutch Schultz. Oh my goodness, bad guy. Bad guy. But anyway, gang, holy cow. All right, we barely made it. It's 8 o'clock. Anyway, that's all that we have for tonight. However, like I said, we're having afterglow after the normal broadcast, so stick around for that if you wish. And but anyway, if we have brought a smile to your face at least once, why, we are gratified. And for those who aren't staying for the afterglow, we will see you back here next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another edition of Reiser Treasure Hunting Emporium. And again, next week is the community-sponsored giveaway. And if you want to get in on that, you have to go and find the clues in last week's game night. And like I said, it's going to be one of the many dates, 4-digit numbers. But anyway, gang, till then, all right, Afterglow folks, we'll be back in 5 minutes. So grab a snack and a beverage, a beer. No, I don't think we can. Can we drink on? No, I don't think so. And we'll see you right back here in about 5 minutes. All right, gang, go get the snacks. Hurry up, go. Hey, we're back. Hi. And hi, Cheapskate. Hi, Dare Dog. And welcome to part 2. And we'll be taking a couple look at things underneath the cam. And gotta find a place for this. And we'll be actually looking at some of the things that have been added to the Emporium for sale. And where do we start? Oh my goodness. I tell you what, let's take a look at some new stuff. And let me share the screen here. And hello to anybody else who may have came in while we were gone. Cheapskate Coins, the guy who is personally responsible for 60 hernias in United States postal employees. And anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at and share the screen here. And of some other stuff we got available at the Emporium. New stuff. And we got actually some stuff that's not listed yet, but we have notes on it and is also available. And share screen. Boom. 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 And hey, where'd you go? That's not right. And as always, let's see, we still have the Baltimore and Ohio lock available. This is the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. And that could be yours. Let's see, maybe. It's not clicking. Click. There we go. $67 and that's shipped. And again, all purchases, 15% will be going towards charity. So there's that. And we're going to click off of that. Let's see. We still have the Greek coin book available. A book of Greek coins. And it's got some wonderful photographs in it. By Charles Seltman. And that could be yours for, it's a soft hardcover. I know that sounds contradictory, but it's a hardcover, but it's not quite a soft cover. It's $19 shipped, illustrated. And we still have the Lost Treasure magazine bundle available. And new at the Emporium, we have Witches magazine. Now, before we get into that, let's do this one, the regular cover. This is the Witches Tales magazine. Now, this is more offered to you as art. And the pulp magazine of that era, I think it's just wonderful. The artwork that went into it was just impressive. And but if you just want to buy it to read it, that's your prerogative. But anyway, that is available for $24 shipped. That'll be actually, we can probably get away with shipping that as media mail. So that's new at the Emporium. And we actually have some new books that are going into the Emporium. More history-related books. Stop sharing. And one is the West Point, History of the Civil War. Now, if any of you guys are interested, with the other camera here, I can actually go into greater detail with this. It's actually a phenomenal book. There's maps of the battles in here. It's highly illustrated. It is a wonderful, wonderful book. And probably let this go for, let's say, $26 shipped. And that would be going media mail with tracking. But there's maps inside here. I won't unfold it here, but if you are interested in it, we can unfold it and actually put it underneath the other camera. but there's maps, illustrations, and more map. It is actually a wonderful, wonderful book if you are a Civil War enthusiast. That's going into the Emporium. And anyway, let's get underneath the coin cam. Well, not us. Let's let coins go under the.
Real quick, Vic. Cheapskate wants to know if the Witcher's magazine is a comic book.
It's, you know what, it reminds me a lot of not so much a comic book, more like a magazine. It reminds me a lot of the. Oh, my brain just went away. It reminds me a lot of the, what was the movies that were actually started out as comic book magazine?
Like anime?
I remember when I was younger, my mother threw them away because she thought they were disgusting. No, horror magazines.
I don't remember.
Oh, goodness. But no, it's actually quite sizable. It's actually bigger than what a comic book would be. It's about the size of a magazine. But yes, it is comic oriented. That's the back cover. I think it look kind of neat in the frame. Actually, I have one that's in the frame. Let me go see if I can. This is actually a back here. I don't know if you can see. Well, that's a weird magazine. There's Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and some other ghoulish type things back here. I don't know if you guys can actually see it or not, but they look good framed. And we're going to add the coin cam here. That's not the one I want. That's the one we want. And first, we have a Roman available. It's not actually in the Emporium yet, so if anybody wants to jump on it, you can. And Probus. And Emperor Probus. I'm going to actually probably take this out because I don't like the glare on the beholder edges. And we'll get this back underneath the coin cam. This is Probus, and he is a fine, fine, detailed coin. Now, a lot of it's actually quite easy because he can actually see his name, Probus. And there's a lot of debate actually in the community about the grading of Romans. And what's funny is some of the collectors will get into, I don't want to say a tizzy or tiff, that's not right. They just have a very marginal differences of opinions as far as where grading comes and goes. And basically is what's really, when you're dealing with a coin this old, it's what's left of the coin. What is discernible? What are the details there? And for a Roman of this age, which would be, let's see, Probus was reigning from 276 to 282 AD. And I think this is a fine, fine specimen. Especially with the detail in the back. Which I've been finding a lot with the collectors. The back, the reverse, is actually, to some collectors, more important than the obverse. For whatever reason, I don't know. To me, I think both would be important. Especially when you're dealing with a specimen of this age. And I don't know if I want to talk too much about it because some people like to actually look at these and figure it out for themselves. But if you have an interest in it, we can go more into detail about it. If you want the details about it, because I actually have everything written here as far as who this guy is, what's being depicted on the reverse, and whatnot. It's a fine specimen, I think. Probus.
Marty says, I can't get my corn cam to work on StreamYards with myself still on the screen.
Actually, Marty, the only way you can do it, I'm not sure how you do it, but you can do it without the reverb. I'm cheating. I'm actually using 2 laptops. So there is a way to do it, and there's actually a video on the YouTube about how to do it. I tried it. I couldn't get rid of the reverb. There is something you do that's fancy to get rid of the reverb, but this was much easier for an old guy. So we do have this Roman available at the Emporium, and this one we're going to let go $55 shipped. And we will be having more Romans. There will be actually not as in, this is probably the best of the lot. But there will be more Romans in the future that are less expensive and still have detail. Some of the elements do have detail enough to where you can deduce who the emperor is. And this is let's see, 276 to 282. Yes, that's during the Age of Chaos. So unfortunately, this Roman coin is not depicting anybody's head being chopped off or whatnot. In fact, all right, I'll give you a little bit. This is actually the emperor receiving victory from Jupiter. Nice specimen. If anybody's interested, $55 shipped. That's to you. And all right, not for sale. Maybe. We're still doing some work on this. I'm not sure about it, and I actually have to ask people about it because the more I dig into this nickel, the more I get kind of, I've had 2 or 3 different theories about this nickel. And I thought, you know what, this would be a perfect specimen to send over to the Coin Q&A, which you can watch Monday nights, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8:30. And this is where I'm having some trouble with it. Details are phenomenal. Okay, you got one little rim nick in there, but look at the stars. The stars are actually phenomenal. This is actually what caught my eye, was the stars. I think it caught me when I was going through the case to give it a second look. The stars are actually phenomenal for the nickel itself. We'll get down to the Liberty and the hair. Tell me it's not or would not be a wonderful specimen. However, the dirt. I don't understand the dirt on this. Maybe it was in a coin cup of a 1906 Buick for 40 years. I don't know, but the dirt doesn't make any sense because it's so even. And it's actually driving me a little bit nuts, or nuttier. But it is a phenomenal specimen, I think, in my opinion. My opinion only. I'm not worried about touching it. There's no hurting this, because the dirt is going to detract, I feel. The dirt on this is so even. Hi, okay. Hi, JHH. Welcome. But anyway, gang, the dirt on this, if we're going to call it dirt, I've actually gone to a couple of different theories. Is it paint, or is it just dirt? The dirt, I'm having really trouble wrapping my brain around saying it's just dirt. And there is a little bit of corrosion marking there, right? But how and why would it be that way with the rest of it being just wonderful as far as details go? I don't know. Maybe it will be offered down the road to the Emporium, and but for now, we're going to try and get to the bottom of it, because I want to know. Because part of me does not like to call that dirt. Some of me wants to call that paint. And I'm just having trouble with it. I keep going through my mind in different theories. Hey, Cajun. And I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. Some of it looks like carbon spots, but the rest is dust that sticks to it from atmospheric moisture. I would love to say for sure that's what that is, but I am just unsure. Because let me give you a look at something else. Now, mind you, this is a different content. This is going to be a different even, and this is what maybe is confusing me. This is a barber quarter. And I dug this. And okay, it's silver, it's not nickel, but the dirt is not evenly coated. And this was even dug. You would think that would be all one color, where it's been dug, it's been in the soil, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we get, and where it's been stored and whatnot, we kind of get that the highlights are everything that's raised is going to be shining, etc., right? But it's uneven. Whereas that V nickel, it almost seems like all of the dirt is even. Flip that over. See how the dirt isn't quite even? You have different degrees of dirtiness. I don't know. It's highly curious. I'm kind of really want to get to the bottom of it.
You must have read what it said.
Charlie, when you get dirty, is it always even? No, and that's the point. It shouldn't be even, but yet on this nickel, it's even. There's really no varying degree. It's actually the light shining on it. If the light wasn't shining on it, there's no varying degrees of dirty. It looks evenly dirty. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, I think it's an excellent specimen. I mean, details are there. I just wish it wasn't dirty. Could you imagine if it wasn't dirty? Oh boy, it'd be a magnificent specimen. But I picked it up. I picked it up for next to nothing for the channel, and I don't know. I kind of was looking at it and I couldn't let it go, and I was like, you know what? Just the stars alone was worth it for me. All right, this guy. Now I got somebody who wants dibs on this, but I don't know. I don't know if he's not interested, and if he's still here, even he wasn't in the chat earlier. Oops. If he has an interest in it, he's got dibs, and then if not, it's going to the rest of the gang. But here is an 1863 Indian, or what sometimes is referred to as a fatty. What if we should say obese? Or maybe horizontally challenged. I don't know. Would that be vertically challenged? No, horizontally. Anyway.
Nice.
Okay. So 1863. And was really taking a good look at this. It looks like a very nice strike. The feathers are pretty darn good. Someone was trying to tell me it was AU. I don't think so. I think we're going down to an EF. I think we're EF and maybe slightly above EF, but definitely not AU. And I always like the grade just slightly lower anyway. But nice specimen. And this will be going into a holder. A flip. I agree. Definitely not AU. It's got one little thing there on the T. Oh. Wow, you look at a good eye, young man. Anyway, we do have a price on that. But again, I have to offer it to somebody who spoke up first. $70 shipped. And that's shipping included. So you can figure probably about, it costs you about $60 or so, and then shipping and all that good jazz with it. What did I say? $70 shipped, right? Okay. So somebody's got dibs. We'll offer it to them. They kind of got the sneak preview of it and said, I'm interested in it. And we'll find out if he is. If not, we'll go to the rest of the folks. And if they have an interest in it, then give me a shout. And again, I'll be going into the Emporium. What else we got? I forgot. Boom. We'll leave this in the holder. 1942 Mercury. If anybody needs a clipped Merc, we got one. Not a major clip, just a minor clip. That is negotiable. The price on there, I don't like it. I don't like the price I got on there. But if you need a clip Merc, we have one available. And what else we got? We have some more Romans, but they won't be available for. I'm going to try to do at least one a week. And if you want, we'll show one up there now. Romans, lend me your ears. That had to hurt.
Did they give them back?
My thing is, it had to be painful. And I haven't done any work on this guy yet. Doesn't look like Probus, does it? This might be somebody else. Reiser, if you ever get a hold of Old Egypt, hit me up first. Yes, sir. And we'll flip him over. This one won't be as expensive as the other, although that does look like Jupiter handing over victory again. I don't think it's Probus. I don't know. I really got to take a look at it. This one won't be as expensive as the other one because it's less detail. And do I not see the bit mark? Or is it along the rim on this one? Or is that it there? It's just not discernible with the coin cam. It's definitely not Antioch, I don't think. Antioch would be an A or a triangle, or what was the other ones? I don't know. I can't remember. It's Concordia on the back, not Jupiter. You're wonderful. That's cheating too. But I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take all the hints I can get before diving in. And that's the other thing. I hate almost with like the other one. We already know it's Probus. We know it's Age of Chaos. And I don't want to go too much more into it, even though I think I blabbed too much. A lot of these, I don't like to say what they are, just in case the potential purchaser wants to do the research themselves. I donated a Roman to the fundraiser for Mark the Berg Hunter. And I purposely did not say anything about it. Got to find all the information about it yourself. And because for me, I'd rather not know. I'd rather get into the books and read and decipher. And it's part of the fun. But this one's a little less for wear. This one will be cheaper. I don't know where we'll be at with it yet. I don't think it's Probus. Maybe. No. It doesn't look like it. Or is that a B? I don't think so. I don't know. That will be in the future. First episode of my new show is going to be about ancients, and I'll be giving links to some good resources on how to identify them. Awesome show. Can't wait. Yes. I'm going to tell myself, cheapskate. All right, so I was in your show the other day. What was that, Tuesday? And here in the East, of course, we're later than you guys. So I did fall asleep on you. That sounds weird. Figuratively, I guess. I didn't fall asleep on you, but you know what I mean. But you woke me up twice. You said ancients, and I hurried up, and I thought I was missing something on the sales. But no, you were talking about ancients. And then there was another point where I kind of drifted, nodded back off. Oh, I know what it was. You said my name. And I thought, did I miss something? Did I have to respond to something? And I don't know. I was nodding off, and because here it's you run past Reiser bedtime, but it was 2 times. You mentioned ancients. I was like, what's he got? And the other time, it was just my name. I was like, oh, I don't know. Good. No, you're not boring. It's just the time difference. Oh goodness. But anyway, gang, if you have an interest in any of that, we also have more Civil War books coming up. We have, what was all of that? We have a weird thing just happened. The lights dim. Did that happen in the room, or was that on the computer?
It had to have been on the computer because it didn't dim in the room.
Well, we have more Civil War books coming up. Divided We Fought. I haven't even looked at them yet. They just got to the Emporium today. Editor is David Donald. And I haven't even really looked at it yet. Mr. Lincoln's General. There's another Civil War book. I think there's a Civil War atlas down there that still has to be from the American Heritage folks. That's down there. That still has to be gone through and looked at and whatnot. Make sure that's all in good condition. But all right, have a great night, AWR. And it does come early. Did someone say ancients? Yes, ancients. And I just got a bunch in, so I'll be waking you up more over the coming weeks. Graded ancients. Oh, awesome. They're exciting. I tell you what, they're exciting. It breaks up the numismatic, how do I want to put that? The monotony. You can only see so many mercury dimes and quarters and halves, and I'm on this kick now where but ancients, I find them fascinating, especially when there's so much age and history associated with them. But that would partner great with my Civil War tokens. Oh yeah, Miss Beth, let me tell you what, we have some wonderful Civil War books coming up. And again, I haven't even really looked at them, so it wouldn't be fair if I were to say I could do it now, but it would take too long. But the West Point history of the Civil War. It's actually a quite wonderful book with the maps and everything else in it. But good stuff. All right, enough of that stuff. Gotta break up the monogamy. Oh, Hoogie, I'm going to tell on myself. I've become so anti-Morgan, it's not funny. Oh, I know you're probably going to throw stuff at your screen. Bad, Charlie, bad. I can't help it, though. It seems of late they've become just so overpopular. I don't want to say overpriced, because there's still deals to be had. There's always deals to be had. But and I think what's really taken the wind out of the sails for me is, oh my goodness, the amount of fakes out there. We went to, not my local LCS, we went to a co-op. It's like an antique co-op. And there's one vendor in there that has a lot of coins. I went armed for bear, and I didn't break a $20 bill, did I?
Nope.
And I went armed for bear, and I just couldn't. There was just nothing of real interest in that one. I think I picked up maybe a token, a coin, and that was it as far as that goes. The nickel. We went to Delaware that day, and there was actually a. I am not throwing anything away. But went to Delaware, and that the V nickel is actually on the way. We made a couple of stops, and that's actually where I kind of found that. I keep saying it's probably going to go to the Emporium once I get down to the bottom of it, down to the nuts and bolts of it. But I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated by it. But yeah, oh my goodness. I forget what else I saw just recently that the Chinese, not to blame a country or people, that they're faking. I can't remember. And I thought it was something different than Morgan's. It was something else completely different. And I thought, it was good, but it was, I don't know. I think until recently you could find it on wish.com even, but it's horrible. But yeah, okay, I tell you, good to see you. Hope everything is well with you down there. And I don't know if you've been lurking or not, but we've actually started a community-sponsored giveaway. It has all kinds of stuff. There's even a colonial pipe in there. There's even a milkman receipt from the 1950s, I believe, in there. There are all kinds of stuff. But yeah, don't want to miss the giveaway next week. And in order to get entered into the giveaway, there's clues in last week's game night stream. You got to kind of get, but we'll get more into that. But it should be a good time. It should be a good night with the different. Actually, what's going to happen is the stuff in it will be triggering some articles and whatnot about it, and it should be a fun time. But anyway, gang, that's what we got new at the Emporium. If anybody's interested, shoot me up an email, and we'll get things rolling. Or if you want to make a donation, send it to the post office box, and we'll get it into the community-sponsored giveaway. And they're only going to be once a month, last Sunday of the month. But anyway. Email. But that's all we got new that's going on with the Emporium. Like I said, with Future, we got some Civil War books. What else do we got? I saw some stuff downstairs that needs to come up. There's some Canadian coinage that's going to eventually hit the Emporium. Large Canadian cents. I believe there is 3 or 4 that may be hitting the Emporium. books, more historical books. I think that's some coming up about the Revolutionary War. They'll be coming up, and but that's all in the future. Done. Watch out, you hares. Uh-oh. But anyway, gang, it is getting close to 9 o'clock, and we're going to go ahead and get off of here. But we thank you so much for hanging out with us and taking a look at some stuff underneath the coin cam and just hanging out. But anyway, gang, thanks again. Until next week. I don't know if I'm more excited for the giveaway than anybody who has a potential of winning. I'm excited. Is that wrong? I don't know. But anyway, thanks to everybody involved, and thanks for hanging out, and thanks for everybody who's done something, whether donated or purchased or whatever, for the charities. But anyway, thanks. All right, gang. Until next week, have a good week. And I may pop on probably halfway through the week to do a test. I may do a little bit of a promo for the giveaway, nothing over the top, and then we'll be there. All right. Until then, have a great night. See you next week, and don't forget to drink your Ovaltine. All right, gang. See you.